Have I mentioned lately how it feels like we've gone back to 2019? Because with the way there's been beauty guru drama left and right, it sure has felt like it. Plus, with Jeffree and James inserting themselves in the Michaela conversation, it's only amplified the feeling. And today we're throwing it back to JACLYN Hill when she launched JACLYN Cosmetics, because new information has been brought to light by Jen Love, who did this incredibly detailed video talking all about Morphe and JACLYN Hill and the dates and details behind her lipstick launch for JACLYN Cosmetics. Yes, the hairy ones. I can't believe we're talking about them again in 2023, but this information is just too wild not to, and it's honestly unbelievable how many lies were told back in the day about JACLYN and her business relationship with Morphe. Now, I recently made a video talking about how Morphe filed for bankruptcy and they shut down all their US stores. Well, with that came a lot of public information about the company, including that Morphe owes somewhere around $500 to about $1 billion to a number of people. And Morphe wasn't the only one getting exposed. I mean, all of the brands under Forma were getting exposed. They had filed for a voluntary Chapter 11 in the US bankruptcy court for the District of Delaware, and they listed their portfolio of brands, which are Morphe, Morphe 2, JACLYN Cosmetics, Bad Habit, Lipstick Queen, and Playa Beauty. So we now know that JACLYN is not the sole owner of JACLYN Cosmetics like she once tried to say that she was, but people wanted to know, has it always been that way, or what was the deal? Was she always working with Morphe like she tried to deny, or what? And all the information that has come out as recent has given us those answers. Because if you remember, JACLYN insisted a number of times that this was her baby, her brand with her name on it that she put her money into, and she was not going to let anybody be under the impression that she was working with anybody else on this brand. This was her thing, no Morphe, nothing.
They are buying into a family business when they purchase from JACLYN Cosmetics because it's my brand and it literally has my name on it. And that I am launching a brand that I am so proud to be the owner of, I cannot even begin to tell you.
And during the lipstick scandal, one of the things that she said to get people to feel for her was that this was her first business venture. This was a family business. She had created this herself, and she was not going to let anybody think that there was anyone else that was involved in owning this company. In an insider article from 2019 titled JACLYN Hill released documents to prove she tested her lipsticks for safety, but people think they show that her company may be owned by another beauty brand. They talked about how JACLYN released documents in regards to her lipsticks to try and prove to people that they had been properly tested and they were safe to use. The brand tweeted out, "We want to assure everyone that So Rich lipsticks are safe. If you would like to review the results of our recent safety tests, you can view the PDFs here." And it was a 15-page document. And although most of them said that the customer that was ordering these lab tests were JACLYN Cosmetics, one of them looked to be poorly blurred out, and everyone was like, that totally says Morphe. Like, this page right here, that totally says that the customer is Morphe. And from then on, people were absolutely convinced that JACLYN did work with Morphe in order to make her brand from the start, despite her saying otherwise. And in the insider article, when her team was asked about this is what they said. The appearance of Morphe on the document was an error, likely resulting from the fact that JACLYN Cosmetics' strategic and financial partner Elevate Brands also works with Morphe. A spokesperson for JACLYN Cosmetics told Insider. The spokesperson also said that JACLYN Hill owns JACLYN Cosmetics. It's just crazy because we now know that they had great involvement in JACLYN Cosmetics. And like I mentioned when I made my video about Morphe and Forma filing for bankruptcy, I said that they had to list out all of the contracts they had, how much money they owed to people. And in Jen Love's video, she said that she had actually been paying very close attention to people that were countering the claims that Forma had. And there was one company that was not agreeing with how much that they were left to get paid. And that is Oxygen Development. This is the lab that created JACLYN's Hairy Lipsticks, you guys. And Forma had claimed that Morphe owed them $10.70, and Oxygen was not having it. In Jen Love's video, she included that they are suing because they want the money that they are owed. She included the part where Oxygen is saying that they are owed about $196,000 from Morphe and JACLYN Cosmetics. And they include images of the orders for JACLYN's original lipsticks as well as highlighters, which we're gonna get into, but you can see who ordered the lipsticks. So it seems from Jen's video that Morphe probably footed the bill on the costs to produce JACLYN's lipsticks, or at least they said they were going to foot the bill because it doesn't seem like Oxygen was paid, which means they were involved from the start despite what JACLYN claimed.
So we know for a fact that Morphe purchased the lipstick bullets for JACLYN Cosmetics, which leads me to believe that JACLYN never owned JACLYN Cosmetics, even back to that original lipstick launch.
And honestly, the big question is just like, why lie about all of this? I mean, I guess JACLYN at the end of the day wanted to seem cool by saying, hey, this is me, this is my brand, I created this is nobody else is helping me, foot the bill for anything. I am creating my own brand, I'm making everything. And maybe Morphe also wanted her to keep it under wraps, so it wasn't looking like another Morphe collab, but clearly, at the end of the day, lying did them no good at all. And it made JACLYN look really bad by lying. Plus, when everything went down with the lipsticks, she took all of that on herself, all the fault, which is crazy. I mean, maybe things would have been different for her if she had said, Morphe did me wrong, which she probably couldn't have said that. She probably couldn't have, come out and talked bad about them. But I mean, if she had, then I don't know, maybe it wouldn't have been like all on her. I don't know. Jen also points out that these documents show the shipping dates of these lipsticks from the lab to the distribution center and how there was literally no time before the launch date for them to quality control check all of these lipsticks. So this could be a big reason as to why what happened.
But the launch date is May 30th. For these lipsticks. We look on the invoices where Oxygen is disputing how much Forma owes them. These different invoices show when the product was shipped and how much was owed. The dates on these lipsticks being shipped are between May 20th and May 25th. So starting on May 20th, going to the 25th, they have batches of these lipsticks getting on a truck and driving from California to Florida. When was there time to quality control? When you get the lipsticks in the distribution center, there was no time. There was zero time to open up the packages and make sure they were okay. I don't know what standard practice is for lipsticks. I don't know if they check all 200,000, but I have a feeling they didn't even open any of the boxes.
But in regards to all of this, I think maybe the worst part about all that has come out and something that Jen revealed in her video is something that is just so wild, and it's probably a dang good thing that Morphe is bankrupt because this info probably would have shut their US stores down alone with this information. But it's the fact that after JACLYN's lipsticks were found to have hairs in them from this lab who people were calling out for being unsanitary, Jen revealed that according to paperwork, it looks like they still went ahead and launched a highlighter also created in this lab right after JACLYN's lipstick scandal happened.
So they came out with these highlight sticks in October, right? The JACLYN lipsticks launched in June. So they had July, August, September, October, 4 months from when JACLYN's lipsticks were all hairy, and then they're coming out with highlighter sticks from the same lab, knowing that it's a contaminated lab? What? I feel like it's more likely in my mind that Morphe, because there was no Forma at this point, Morphe knew that JACLYN Cosmetics lipsticks were contaminated and they launched those freaking highlighter sticks anyway, because they already had money in them.
I mean, it's just embarrassing to read and hear all this information come out. Like, you guys really were hearing this lab it's not good. They're unsanitary. And you're willing to just risk another lipstick scandal go down with your highlighters because you put some money into it. I mean, it sucks losing money, but let's think about the customers here. Let's think about the customers and your reputation. Like, what is going on? But they're bankrupt, so I mean, it's just obviously it's a whole mess. And I mean, a lot of people aren't surprised hearing stuff like this about Morphe, but they're also just like, y'all really went and did all of this, huh? Like, for what? You guys did this for what? You do not look good at all, because all this stuff has come out now, because all this stuff is public info now, and you're not looking too hot. Now, I will say, if you guys want all of the little details, that you guys should go check out Jen's full video. She did some great detective work, like I said, over there on her channel in that video. All the documents, all the little details, she says them all. So go check that out. I certainly want to know what you guys think about all of this, because it is a lot. It is a lot, and it is crazy. So let me know your thoughts about JACLYN and Morphe and this information in the comments below. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.